Have you ever been in a discussion where strong feelings made it hard to even understand what the other person was trying to say? Ethical debates, especially, can often become clouded by passionate language and deeply held personal convictions. It is easy for emotions to hijack our reasoning, making it difficult to find common ground or even properly identify the core moral issue at hand. In ethical discourse, the primary goal of neutral rephrasing is to strip away emotional bias and subjective interpretations from an argument, thereby revealing its objective, logical, and ethical core. This process aims to clarify the precise claims and principles being presented, allowing for a more rational and productive examination of the moral question. It is about transforming an emotionally charged statement into one that is calmly analytical. The why behind this practice is rooted in human psychology and the nature of sound ethical reasoning. Our emotions, while powerful and often informative, can also introduce cognitive biases such as confirmation bias or the affect heuristic, which cloud our judgment. Loaded language, whether intentional or not, can trigger an immediate emotional response, diverting attention from the actual ethical proposition and instead prompting a defensive or sympathetic reaction. By rephrasing neutrally, we create a psychological distance from the immediate emotional impact. This allows us to disentangle the descriptive facts from the evaluative judgments, helping us to avoid logical fallacies like ad hominem attacks, which target the person rather than the argument, or appeals to emotion, which try to manipulate feelings instead of presenting valid reasons. It ensures that ethical principles are debated based on their merits and implications, rather than on the persuasive power of rhetoric or the intensity of feelings. Practically, neutral rephrasing involves several steps. First, identify any words or phrases that carry strong positive or negative connotations. Then, replace these loaded terms with more descriptive, factual, or value-neutral language. For example, instead of saying that cruel policy, you might say that policy regarding animal welfare. The aim is to describe the situation or action without immediately judging it. This shift in language helps refocus the conversation on the specific ethical claims and their underlying justifications, allowing participants to analyze the moral dimensions of the issue without being sidetracked by emotive language. This technique also introduces us to the concept of ethical bracketing, which is similar to the philosophical method of epoch. Ethical bracketing means temporarily setting aside one's preconceived judgments or emotional responses to fully understand the ethical argument from a detached perspective. By systematically removing emotionally charged language, we can pinpoint exactly where disagreements lie. Are they about facts, about underlying moral principles, or about the application of those principles? This deepens our analytical capacity, moving beyond superficial disagreements to truly address the substantive ethical challenges. Ultimately, neutral rephrasing serves as a critical tool for anyone seeking to engage in rigorous ethical analysis. It transforms chaotic emotional debates into clear, structured discussions, allowing for a more precise identification of moral dilemmas and a more objective evaluation of proposed solutions. By fostering an environment of calm, rational inquiry, it paves the way for genuine understanding, more insightful conclusions, and ultimately, a more robust and well-reasoned ethical framework.